The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And 8-yard pickup. First down Bears.
From the gun, here's Fields. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Fields. And he will find his man, Samuel. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Dillon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there, because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things, and make them do those things.
Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Takes it to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Fields. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fields going to take this himself. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On first down, it's Fields. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 28. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on second down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. Lawrence on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
down and 9.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. But to throw again is Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. From the gun on third down, Fields rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd down and 10.
Now Lawrence. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he is going to lose yardage here. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw away.
The goal is certainly to try to make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
On 1st down, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now it's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville.
It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run with Montgomery, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Bears have taken a fourth-quarter lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now Lawrence on first down. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Play action. It's Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll run with Etienne. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. To throw is Fields. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Fields. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration and focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down 13-7. A minute 47 on the clock. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Lawrence able to hook up here with Ridley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing now, Lawrence. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Off the option, here's Montgomery. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line, down at the 2. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They try again with Montgomery. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. On 4th down, Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football.
Result of the play,
Back to throw, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And they work this out past the 25. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head home next week.